I am using a full, what they call SeneGence face now, so there's no products that I use anymore that are any other line. So every morning I start out with their climate control. So this little guy in blue, um, I just put a few pumps in my hand, and then I spread it on my face. And what this is doing is this, um, sorry, I guess I can't multitask as well as I thought I could. Um, the climate control works to hydrate your pores, and it goes deep into the other under layers of your skin, and it is working to hydrate and moisturize and get those under layers of our skin healthy and brought back to the proper moisture content, which is so needed since we all live in Utah. Is crazy. So that's what I start with. And it's an interesting feeling. It's a very like cooling feeling, and then it has this really small molecular weight, so it actually just seeps down into your skin. So it's not greasy, it's not oily, anything like that. The second thing I use is it's called Serum C, and if you can see these little beads in here, they actually are active vitamin C. So a lot of products out there have vitamin C in them to help your skin, but they're not actually active. So as I put some on my finger, and then I just break down the beads and open up all that active vitamin C. And then I just put them all around. And this is similar to the climate control in that it has the lower molecular weight. So it's going deep into your skin to repair and restore any like damaged skin cells. And it helps to prevent the further damage of skin cells. So you can probably see some of the beads, but then they just break down. And again, this one goes into your skin, and so you're not left with any feeling of grease or anything like that. It's just, or oil, it's just totally seeping in. Okay, the next thing I do, because I have horrible dark circles under my eyes, is I use their dark circle under eye treatment. You can see I've used a ton of it, but this helps to combat the dark circles under our eyes, and it works to tighten the skin around that area as well to help reduce bagginess under our eyes. So I'm going to put some of that on. And a little goes a long way, so you literally do like the tiniest pump. So this stuff lasts forever. I mean, I've been using this for like 3 months, and that's like all I've used. So, and what's really awesome about these pumps is you'll notice it's an air pump. So as I like press down on the pump, it's pushing pushing the whole, I don't know, set of Serum C up to the top. So you see that you don't so you get to use every last bit of it, so none of it goes wasted. The next thing I put on is my daytime moisturizer, and this stuff is awesome. And you always want to make sure you put this on after the climate control and the Serum C, because this is for the top layer of our skin, to moisturize our top layer of our skin. So if you put it on first, then the climate control and the Serum C can't get down into the other layers of your skin, because it's pretty much going to block it. The other thing that this moisturizer contains is an equivalent of SPF 15, so, which is totally awesome. Now I said equivalent, I didn't say it contains SPF 15, and what that means is that it doesn't have the chemicals of SPF 15, but it does have the protection of it. So I'm just going to keep putting this in. This stuff I seriously love. I'm going to give that just a minute to dry before I do my next step. It's very, very hydrating, crazy hydrating. Okay, so the next thing I put on, I know it seems like a crazy regimen, but honestly, I have noticed such a difference in my skin, and all the cream products of SeneGence contain the Seneplex complex, and it's basically a kinetic enzyme that works to renew our cells faster by 23%. So as we age, our cells slow down. By the time they get to the good cells get to the surface, the new cells get to the surface, they're not as great. So having this enzyme work to move our cells quicker to the surface will give us that more youthful look, the glow, and just overall have healthier cells at the top. And they've done all these studies, independent studies, um, that improves, the SenePlex works to improve hydration and elasticity, and it reduces fine lines and wrinkles and all of that. So this next thing I put on, and I only do this in a couple of places, but this is called Silk. And what it does is it works to reduce the size of your pores and wrinkles. So you can just kind of put this one on, and it just helps for when you put your foundation on or your tinted moisturizer, for it to just be an even more even look, I guess, across. Like, it just looks like a smoother finish. So I do this on my nose because I feel like my pores are like really noticeable on my nose. I might do it on my like crow's feet a little bit. Forehead could always use it. So that is the Silk. Okay. So the last thing I put on is, you can actually do two things. So I use for everyday, like, the color correcting tinted moisturizer. So this isn't actually a foundation. This is a moisturizer. It only comes in two colors, light and medium. So you can't, can't pick a wrong color, basically. If you do wear foundation, some people wear this underneath their foundation to get a just a more complete coverage, or a heavier coverage. That's the word I'm looking for. A heavier coverage. And so I don't usually feel like I need that every day, but when I do, I like to wear the Fawn Make Sense foundation, which is waterproof and awesome. And if I'm going out, I usually wear the foundation. But for every day, I just use the tinted moisturizer. And this also has SPF equivalent of 15. So by putting on that daytime moisturizer and then this on top, I'm actually getting SPF equivalent of 30, which is really awesome. So I'm going to put some of this on. And this is just going to help to even cut my coloring out, because I definitely have like red cheeks and just all sorts of different colors going on my face, because my face never actually tans evenly. So, and the really great thing about the foundation that I wear sometimes is it actually adjusts to your color up or down 3 shades. So like as you tan or lose your tan during the year, it will adjust with you. So that's really, really awesome. I've never typically been a worn foundation. It's always made me break out, which is weird, but it has. And when I started wearing the Make Sense foundation, it doesn't make me break out, which is awesome. And every time, like, my husband doesn't like foundation at all, and so every time I wear it, I'm like, does it look like I'm wearing foundation? Does it look? And he's always like, no, it doesn't look like you're wearing foundation, which is what we want to go for, right? We want it to look so natural that it doesn't even look like we're wearing it. Okay, I think that's in good. Okay, I'm gonna let that all dry for a minute. And with the foundations as well, I know that you want to give it, like, you might put it on and it might not look like the right color, but you got to give it like 10 minutes to oxidize, and it will adjust to the shade of your skin. So I'm going to show you guys now just some tips and tricks on using the lip scents, because I see people wearing it and I'm seeing it cracked and I'm seeing it dried out or just not fully covered, and I just want to show you guys kind of how I do it so that it will last all day. So the first thing I do is you want to make sure your lips are clean and dry. Like, I just can't stress that enough. So I buy like a whole thing of these cotton rounds and I use them every day. And I take some witch hazel. What do I do with my witch hazel bottle? Oh, witch hazel. Witch hazel. This is what witch hazel is. And I have thrown it in a spray bottle, and I spray this little cotton round. And you'll notice I just got like tinted moisturizer on my lip, which looks really funky. But anyway, I'm going to take this and I'm going to clean my lips and make sure I get like on my waterline. This is like right here. Get up underneath in your waterline. You want all of that as dry as possible. and cleaned out. Okay. See, you can even see there's, oh, well, maybe you can't see with the coloring, but anyway, there was tinted moisturizer on that. Okay. And then, what am I going to wear today? I'm going to wear gingerbread. Gingerbread is been in the holiday collection this year. And it is actually currently sold out online, so you can't get online, but I do have like 3 left. So if you want it, you can have it. But I've really, really liked it. Oh, I'll hold it up. So it's kind of a taupey brown, shimmery color. And you always want to make sure you shake it every single time. Shake it every time, even between layers, shake it. Mixing up the ingredients is really important. And then I literally like scrape the heck out of this thing because you want, oh, gross hair. You want 3 very, very thin layers. You don't want to like cake it on because then it can flake off. So you want 3 thin layers. And since it's better not to talk during because it gets all tacky and sticky, I'm just gonna put it on. So you'll notice that I literally like stretch my lips as far as they can go, so I'm getting every nook and cranny, and you're gonna see me do my waterline in addition to my normal lines. Okay. Okay, thrilling stuff, I know. But you probably would have noticed a few things. First, you probably noticed the water line I did. But you might have also noticed that I kept my lips apart the entire time, and by shaking the bottle in between, it like forces you to let those layers dry a little more each time. And also you might have noticed that when I put my gloss on, I like lathered it on and I put it all in my waterline. I put it everywhere before I even let my lips touch, and then I can rub them together. It's not going anywhere. It's here to stay. Like, the lipstick will now stay me for probably at least till 8 o'clock tonight. So this is gingerbread. It's very light, and I just didn't want some crazy color because I'm just out running errands today, nothing exciting. You're welcome to stay on. I'm going to finish up my makeup. I'm going to do my shadow scents now. Oh, and the other thing I was going to say, so this is Glossy Gloss, the clear gloss that's most hydrating. I know a lot of people don't love the look of the really glossy gloss, but all you have to do literally is you can blot with it, but you just want to seal in that color with the Glossy Gloss first. Doesn't matter, even if you're going to wear another gloss, the Orchid Gloss, the Bougainvillea Gloss, any of the glitter glosses, like, those aren't as hydrating, so you always want to start with the Glossy Gloss, you know, for your day, and then you can use your other glosses. And I've noticed that especially when I wear like the silver glitter gloss, that if I put glossy on first, my color will not break down as fast. So it's always important to have at least one of the clear gloss and then you can layer it with the others and wear the others throughout the day. But I've just noticed a huge difference when I do that. So when I do my eyes, I use Candlelight as a base. So Candlelight, SeneGence. And there's so many ways you can use the SeneGence. Some people just use their fingers. I blend with a brush. So since this is just my base, I'm just going to kind of put this all over. Blend it in. And there's like a million ways you can put on eyeshadow. And I actually even pull down the candlelight underneath my eyes just to lighten them up. It kind of helps cover those dark circles, which I think are improving with my dark circle under eye treatment. But okay, so I'm getting that base in there. And then what's great about the SeneGence is it has the Cineplex complex in there too. So you've got anti-aging right on your eyes, which is really, really awesome. So it's actually, you know, good for your skin and not hurting your skin. So I start with that, and then probably the most often, and lately I've been doing a little more garnet. So garnet is super dark. Where is that? And it's like, you can use it as a as an eyeliner too, which I like to do if I don't want to do a black eyeliner. But I really like scrape the heck out of this one too, because a little goes a long way. Like I literally am gonna put like one little dab here, and you're gonna see how dark it goes. So you really want to use such a little amount. Now again, if you don't like to use brushes, you can just use your finger to blend it in. Actually, it looks like I used a good amount, so it's not going way too dark, but yeah, you can easily go over dark with this. The next shade down, which is the Mocha Java, I like to use too, but sometimes I feel like it's not dark enough, so it almost looks like I'm not wearing anything, but it might show up different on, you know, somebody else. So I actually do this first just to get a little color, and then I put the Mocha Java shimmer on top. Now I know a lot of people won't put a dark color on their lid, but unfortunately old habits die hard, and I've always done that way, so that's how I like it. But I know people usually recommend not to put dark colors on your lid, that you put it in your crease. Anyway, so this is the Mocha Java shimmer, and then I'm going to just put this on top because I like a little shimmer, and I actually like the shade of it. It's a little bit of a warmer, a lighter toned brown. So I'm going to put that on top. And then kind of on my upper, below my eyebrow, I like to use the pink opal shimmer. So that's also a popular one. I've sold, so all these colors I'm using, I've probably sold more of these colors than any of the others. And I just put them up there. Again, this is just how I do my makeup. Everybody does their makeup differently. You can put it wherever you want. But all these colors blend together so nicely. So, I don't know, it's kind of hard with sliding, but now I'll close my eyes. If you can see, I have the garnet, then the Mocha Java shimmer, and then the pink opal shimmer on top. And then, since I'm doing a video, I might as well. I will do, I'm going to do my, as I drop it, I'm going to do eyeliner. So the eyeliner I use is the Black Brown iSense. It's a liquid liner, and this stuff is literally as strong as the Lip Sense. Like, this stuff stays on. I can literally use my makeup wipes to wipe off my eye makeup, and this stuff like doesn't come off with that. So for that, you have Fuchs remover, which is in this blue bottle, and I just take a little Q-tip and rub it on there, and the stuff will come right off. Sorry, itching my nose. But so yeah, that's why I like this. So this has a little more of like the wet eyeliner look. What a lot of people do, and what I do sometimes actually, is so they have a black Onyx is the black shadow sense, so you can actually use this shadow sense as a as the eyeliner. I'm looking for my brush that I use when I do that. I use a very tiny brush, like, I don't know, I've seen people do this, but a brush, like one of these tiny brushes to put it on, like you literally paint it on. So sometimes I do that with the black shadow sense. But I've been using this probably most lately, so I'm used to this one. And it has a really tiny little fine, like, tip, you can see. So I just scrape the sides. You can probably see I'm just scraping the sides, and then I'm going to apply. And I will say I probably struggle with my eyeliner more than any other part of my makeup. It's ridiculous. I don't know why I struggle so much, but hopefully I'm getting better at it. And I like to just do as thin of a line as I possibly can. Some people like to go thicker, but I just like to do a thin line. Sorry, I know this video is long, but I feel like it's long overdue. So I just feel like I wanted to share with you guys how I'm using all of the SeneGence products. They're actually not turning out like horribly, which is incredible. It's unlike me. Normally I like mess up on one and then I try to correct the other, and then like by the end they're just like half my eyelid because I just tried to correct so many times. And I've noticed it's kind of like the lip sense too, in that it's good to do multiple layers. It makes a little bit bolder line, and yeah. And it has that staying power too, which is just awesome. Like, it's crazy. When we were in Hawaii and I would go to the pool or I was in the ocean, this eyeliner was not going anywhere. It was so crazy. Okay. Alright, so eyeliner's done. And then the last thing I do with my eyes is my mascara. Can't think of the name. Anyway. So this is the mascara. On one side you'll notice it's gray, and the other side is black. And it also comes in brown, but the brown is super close to the black, so it almost doesn't matter which one you're using. But this gray stuff, let me get out my eyelash curler because I still curl my eyelashes. So I'm going to curl my eyelashes. And I will tell you. So the gray stuff is called Undersense. So Undersense not only works to strengthen our lashes, it also adds volume and it lengthens them. So strengthening, lengthening, and adding volume, which is really important because I feel like I always feel like I lose more eyelashes than I want to, at least historically. So it goes on and it goes on gray. So I'm going to put on my Undersense. I always do this first. And I want to see if you can see the difference. Put it on the top and the bottom. So you can kind of see. And maybe I'll close my eyes so you can actually see my eyes. So it's working to like separate and lengthen and all of that. Now you can see my other one, the difference without it. Sorry, this is probably like a creepy like horror film. Here, look at my eyeball. Okay, sorry. And then I let it dry for just a few seconds before I put on the mascara. I almost should have just done one eye with and one eye without, huh? So that you could see the difference. But and the mascara is waterproof. And what I like about this waterproof mascara is, like, in the past I always just like would get CoverGirl or maybe Maybelline mascara. Yeah, see, look, that's like crazy. Look at my eyelashes. That's nuts. And anyway, if I ever got a it's weird. It's just like how the light is catching it. I can hardly see my eyelashes. It's weird. You'd think I had falsies, but I don't. anyway, when I'd get drugstore mascara, anytime it was waterproof, I swear when I'd take it off, I would lose so many eyelashes, and it always made my eyelashes feel like really brittle, and like crunchy. I don't even know. Is that a right? I don't know if that's the right word, but they just definitely weren't soft. And I've noticed with this Undersense, when I put it on before I put on the mascara, that even though it's a waterproof mascara, it's not making my lashes brittle and all of those things. It's actually, my eyelashes are crazy soft and fluffy, if you can even say that about eyelashes. And I think I will soon need to start using a new bottle of this because I think my mascara part of it is running out. So you just want to make sure you cover all the gray. Okay, now let's see if you can see. Hopefully it doesn't look terrible, including my eye. So that's the lashes. I'm still seeing gray a little bit. So I apologize again that this video is so long, but hopefully it has been helpful. Okay, let me do my other eye. And so the Shadow Sense, so the mascara is waterproof, and the Lip Sense is waterproof, and the Shadow Sense is what they call water resistant, so it is still stronger than just like a normal eyeshadow, but it isn't waterproof, so yes, it will come off with water, and that's why I think it's easier that I can just take that off with my like Pond's makeup wipes at night. That's what I really like to use. So, I'm almost done here, sorry. I know, this is just so thrilling. Okay, so there are my eyes. Done, and, sorry, trying to see if you can see. So that's my eyes done. There is something I do use sometimes. This is called the Eye Illuminator. It's like an eye cream, but you can wear it during the daytime. That's what it looks like. It has kind of a brown. Anyway, you can put this on underneath your eyes to kind of brighten your eyes up. And I know even the founder, who is Joni Rogers Conte, she actually like uses this stuff like all day long just to brighten her eyes up. So I just pat that in. It's supposed to make you look more awake, I guess. That's a good thing. I guess you don't want to look like you're asleep, right? And then if I want to use some rouge, so I don't like a ton of rouge. They have a few different colors. I use Pouty Pink, so it is a liquid rouge. And sorry, I have no idea how long this video has been. I probably should have timed it. I'm like, it does take me a while to do my makeup. I will say that. And I just kind of do like a sweeping motion. This one is a very light pink. Like you almost probably can't even tell I'm wearing anything, but I think I like it that way. But they do have like a cherry and a toasted rose color. So let's put that in like that. And then usually the last finishing thing I do when I do my makeup is I use the pearlizer. So this is pearlizer. It's in this tube. And some people will do a tiny little pump when they do their foundation, and they will mix it in their foundation as a whole and do it on their whole face. It gives kind of like that glowing look. I typically, or you can just use it in highlighting, so I typically will put it like on my cheekbones, and I use a stippling brush and a stippling technique. So I put it on. I love that I saw somebody else do this because I kept putting on my hand and making a mess of my hand. But I put a little dab on my thing, and then I use a stippling brush. So like if you order on Amazon, I don't know how to describe it other than like it has like room in between the bristles. Um, and so you just kind of like tap it on top here. This is what gives it that like airbrush look. Normally I wouldn't just be doing this if I was just running out for errands, but I'm going to finish my face since I've gone this far. It probably is a little more than I wanted, but um, then you do the stippling technique, which is this just like tapping, and it just starts to bring out kind of, I don't know, I would just say it's like an iridescent kind of glow. So I don't know if you can kind of see that, how it kind of changes the look a little bit. But yeah, so that's what the pearlizer does. And people use it all sorts of different ways. I even will take it, some people will just take some of it and kind of put it on their brow line to like brighten that up a little bit up there for some contouring. Because it's not the contouring, right? It's highlighting, because contouring is to darken, so it's to highlight. Some people will put it like on their cupid's bow right here, just to give that more emphasis, and that's it. So that's my face. See if there's anything else I wanted to share before I get off of here. Went over all of that. Yeah, basically I love these SeneGence products and they're awesome. They have made me a customer for life, and the opportunity to sell is really awesome, because if you just pay this $55 fee, you can get the 20 to 50% off discount, and then you sell it, and you it's like literally taking Utah by like wildfire. It's taking the US by wildfire. There's only 30,000 distributors, which sounds like a big number, but it's really not when you think of the entire US and you think of all the like hundreds of thousands of like Mary Kay or New Skin distributors out there. Like really, there's not that many of us. And I know there's a lot in our ward who think, oh my gosh, everybody's selling it, but they're really not. So if you want to make some money on the side, like seriously, it's totally fun. It's totally worth it. You really don't have to hardly invest anything, because as you sell, you put your orders in. And I mean, literally, like in my first couple months, I'd sold over 100 products and made over $1,000. So I'm telling you, this stuff works. So that's why I wear it. That's why I wear it every day. I have a whole nighttime routine. I'll do a different video for that. But honestly, I just love this stuff. So if you guys are interested in anything, any of the products, I have a ton of stock, and you can come try anything. I can set up demos and do parties and bring all my stuff to you. Whatever works. So anyway, happy Saturday, and hope you guys have a good weekend, and just let me know. See ya. Thanks for watching. Bye.